Good afternoon and welcome to MAQ TV as we continue our coverage here of the US Open, leading into the US Open. And of course, we're meeting all the team owners, all the managers. And we're very fortunate today to catch up with Chita Nilak, a friend of the US cricket, a friend of the US Open, and also the team owner for the Virginia Bears. And good afternoon, Nilak. How are you?
Good afternoon, Vinith. Thanks for having me here.
And it's always a pleasure having you on MAC TV. I'm sure you're looking forward to the US Open this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are pretty excited about this. This is our first professional league entering into the US Open T20 tournament, and we have a lot of youngsters. I mean, the main part, one of the key motive for us is to give opportunities to the youth in this country, especially the players who are born and raised in this country, to use the US Open T20 kind of platform to play against some international players, play in the stadium, and kind of get that experience.
Yeah,
So we're
that is
really
what
excited.
that is what the US Open affords the youngsters to rub shoulders with the international stars. And who are some of the top players though within your setup?
Yeah, so we have some senior players who've been playing in the minor league, like Ryan Higgins, and then a couple other minor league players from DC Hawk and mm, North Carolina minor league team as well. So we kind of took some of those key players and then combined it with some of our youngsters. We in fact even have two to three players from our own academy, which is the Loudon Cups Cricket Academy. We are located in Virginia, Northern Virginia. So we kind of, again, like I said, we're getting an opportunity for these youngsters to play with the professional players, and combine a strong team. And that is what we're gonna put it in the U.S. Open.
Yeah, and of course, the youngsters, do you think that they'll be able to stand up to the rigors of the US Open with all these international stars coming in?
I think I mean, that's gonna be I guess something that we're gonna see. And I feel pretty confident, not only from the academy perspective, from the team owner perspective, but also as a coach. I think we worked really hard with some of these youngsters. Some of these youngsters are with me for last 6 to 7 years, and I feel pretty confident that they have some good potential to showcase some good talent here, and put a good show. I mean, the key there is that we have players with strong athletic skill. They have fast feet moving around the ground. They're pretty agile. They are strong fielders. They have been to a lot of strong training programs on playing power hitting shots, technical shots, rotating the strike, and then also bowling in the power play and the death over. So we're really looking forward to see, how they kind of perform in this kind of environment. So it'll be a good test for them.
Definitely. What's the biggest thing? I mean, everyone wants to win the US Open, but what is the biggest takeaway from this tournament for your young team?
I think for us, the key is just look to see how our youngsters perform in front of the other international players, especially how they cope up with the playing under the pressure, playing in that environment where you have crowd, where you have media, and all these other factors that typically these youngsters probably don't see it when they're playing domestic cricket. So I think for us, the takeaway is really to kind of test their skill, test their temperament, test their fitness, and also see how far or close they are. I mean, we saw with the USA Cricket, when they hosted Ireland in the same stadium. We had a 1-1 tie. US national team defeated Ireland in the first T20 game, and as you know, Ireland defeated England, and recently England won the World Cup.
Yeah,
So I mean, you're right there. So I think we feel very strong, and I personally, as a coach and being part of the US cricket for a long time, I think these are the kind of platform that our domestic players need. and this is a kind of platform that really help them test their skill and see what they need to work on.
Tell me, Chita, what, in your opinion, how would you rate the US Open?
I think it's probably one of the best tournament. I mean, he had a lot of good stories. I mean, Ali Khan is the best story out there, right? He performed well in one of the U.S. Open, and that's how he got break in CPL. And then that season of CPL, and the season after, he was chosen as the best bowler of the CPL tournament. So I think this is the kind of platform, again, that can really make some players' life. They have a launch platform. US Open T20 to me is a launch platform for these players to go to the next level, whether they go to the CPL or maybe eventually to IPL, and PSL, and even the Bangladesh Premier League. So to me, I think this is probably the best launch platform in the country.
And what, you're a coach, so you have been working with a lot of young players. What do you think the US Open has done in terms of developing and helping cricket on the domestic scene in America?
I think the number one thing is it has kind of provided the platform that the domestic players in the US cricket need. It also kind of provided a pathway for them. I mean, at least that is how we are looking to use this going forward as well. Is that for the youngsters now they have multiple career path, and one of them is going to the US Open T20. I know they have minor league, major league, and of course the US national team. And I think US Open T20 is fall on the same level. So in terms of giving the opportunity to play against the international players. So to me, this is really very exciting for the youngsters. They can use it as their pathway, especially for the academy players, players who are the kids who are part of the academy, from beginners to intermediate to advanced. I think they can look at US Open T20 as a professional league to make their career.
Yeah, definitely. So, and the US Open, it's probably the best T20 league in North America. It's very popular, it's very prestigious, and these youngsters will be able to rub shoulders with other international stars coming in. Now, there is a move to have license. I was speaking to Mark Qureshi, who is the chairman and CEO of Cricket Council USA this morning.
Mm.
He was telling me that there's now a move to have teams purchase a license for 5 years to ensure that they are in the tournament. Now, there are over 40 teams that were interested in getting into this year's tournament. I guess the Virginia Bears would have ticked all the boxes and was able to get in the top 12. Should they go that route with a 5-year license, will the Bears be interested in that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll definitely be open to that kind of opportunity. To me, it makes sense to have teams on board with long commitment, very similar to, I guess, CPL and IPL, where the professional team gets licensed and they commit for at least a 5-year plan. And I think one of the biggest benefit we'll see is that as we bring in the players to the roster, we also want long committed players, right? So you bring in some players, you're not bringing them for one season. You probably bring in them 1 or 2 season, and also leading up to the season, similar to again IPL and CPL, we want to make sure there is some proper training program for these players to come in as well. And so I think this definitely takes us a US Open to that next level.
And Chita, we want to thank you for spending some time with us. You're one of the guys we look forward to welcoming at the US Open this year. We want to wish your team all the best. Look forward to seeing you in December.
All right, thanks, Vinod. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Well, you've heard it there from Chita Nilak, the owner of the Virginia Bears, and of course he will be bringing his team, a young team, to the US Open. Let's wish them all the best. Bye for now.